This is marriage wisdom for wives who want a long marriage. And today I want to talk to you about something real. Not cute, not poetic, not dressed up, just real. A lot of people say they want peace in their marriage. Everybody says that. I just want peace. I just want a peaceful home. I just want things to be calm. But here's the truth most people don't like to hear. You can't say you want peace while you keep doing things that create chaos. You can't say you want peace, but you argue every point. You can't say you want peace, but you need to have the last word in every conversation. You can't say you want peace, but your tone is always sharp, sarcastic, disrespectful, or defensive. That's not peace. That's pride. And I'm saying that with love because I used to be that woman. I used to think I had to say everything I felt. I used to think I had to correct everything. I used to think silence meant I was losing. I used to think being loud meant I was strong. And all it did was damage the atmosphere of my house. And let me tell you something nobody teaches young women. Peace in your marriage doesn't happen automatically. Peace is built. Peace is chosen. Peace is practiced. Sometimes peace means shutting your mouth when you know good and well you can say something slick. Sometimes peace looks like walking away from an argument so you don't say something you can't take back. Sometimes peace looks like letting your husband cool down instead of chasing him from room to room trying to finish your fight. Sometimes peace looks like checking your tone before you speak. That's not weakness, that is wisdom. Because once words leave your mouth, you can't pull it back. You can apologize later, yes. You can repair later, yes. But some words leave scars even after forgiveness. And this is what a lot of people don't want to admit. You don't have to respond to everything. You don't have to correct everything. You don't have to react to every mood. You don't have to match every attitude. Some of y'all are exhausting your own marriage because you think every thought deserves a voice. Well, it doesn't. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is to pause, breathe, and say, this conversation, it can wait. That's not losing, that's leadership. Let me say that again for somebody in the back. Protecting your peace is your leadership because peace creates space for connection, affection, friendship, laughter, intimacy, safety. Chaos destroys all of that. You want your husband to come home? You want your house to feel calm when he walks through the door? You want your children to feel safe emotionally? You want your marriage to feel like a place of rest. That doesn't happen by accident. That happens by intention. Now, let me be clear because people like to twist words. This does not mean tolerate disrespect. This does not mean to accept abuse. This does not mean to be silent when something truly needs to be addressed. What it means is learn the difference between what is urgent and what is emotional. Some things can wait. Some things can be said differently. Some things don't need to be said at all. And that's where wisdom comes in. A long marriage is not built on passion alone. It's built on emotional maturity. It's built on restraint. It's built on self-awareness. It's built on learning when to speak and when to be quiet. That's real marriage. Two imperfect people learning how to live in peace together. And that's why I say figure out what works in your house. Not my house, not somebody else's house, but your house. Because every marriage is different. Every man is different. Every woman is different. Every dynamic is different. What works for me and Jake might not work for you and your husband. But the principles, they stay the same. Protect your peace. Guard the atmosphere. Be intentional about your tone. Be mindful about your words. Be aware of your behavior. That's how long marriages are built. Not by perfection, not by pretending, but by consistency, intentional choices. And I will say this too, because somebody needs to hear this. If your husband is still there, still in the house, still coming home because he wants to, not because he's stuck, still present in some way, you have more influence than you think you do. Sleeping in your house, eating your food that you are cooking, you still have a position. You still have an impact. The question is, what are you going to do with it? Because I see women every day destroy the advantage that they have without even realizing it. And I'm telling you this from experience, not theory. There was a time in my marriage where I could have handled everything wrong. Times when I could have let my emotions run the house. Times I could have turned my house into a battlefield. But this is what I learned over time, that I could be the place to run from or the place to run to. And once I realized that, that was not weakness, that was wisdom. So again, I say, marriage is a little rocky and your husband is still in the house, still there, still coming home, still present in some little ways, you have the advantage. You have more influence than you are realizing. So you set the temperature in your home. You can make it warm and comfortable, or you can make it cold. Or you can make it so hot till you gotta get out. You can also make it peaceful, or you can make it tense. That's power. That's your power. You were born with that power the minute you were born a female. And power should be used wisely and strategically. That's marriage wisdom.